Let's be honest, no one likes dieting, no one likes being on a diet. And the truth is, there are actually many ways that you can lose weight without being on an official diet. So you can still include all the foods you love and still lose weight. Now, in today's video, I'm going to give you 8 tips that will help you lose weight without dieting and without feeling deprived, because I think that's what it comes down to. Tip number 1 is to stop obsessing so much over food. Now, I know that this is hard if you've got food noise in your brain, but try your best to eat mindfully when you do eat. Eat up until the point that you are just satiated or just full. Stop at that point. And also ditch the good versus bad mindset, which is where we run into problems, because then we get so restrictive that we crave the things that we are cutting out. So if you want to lose weight without dieting, you need to try and create a balanced mindset around food. So no food obsessions. Try and quiet down the food noise if you can. I know it's easier said than done. Think 80-20, so have 80% healthier foods, 20% a little bit of your favorite foods, and stop the minute you are full. Tip number 2, and this one might seem obvious, but it bears speaking about. Try to move more, but without becoming a gym rat. So you don't have to spend hours in the gym. As you guys have heard on my channel before, I've spoken about NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And moving more really just means increasing that. So even me talking now, using my hands, that is NEAT. So I am burning maybe 1 calorie now and then as I talk to you guys, moving, expressing, using my hands. And you can move more in small ways. You can dance while you cook your supper. You can move around your house a little bit extra while you're doing your housework. You can walk. You can, there's many ways that you can incorporate a little bit of extra movement into your day without slogging away at the gym. And this will help you burn a few extra calories. And I know you've heard it before, but it does add up. Tip number 3, and I've spoken about this before, is to sleep your way to success, weight loss success, that is. And this one, I know you hear it over and over again. You've heard it from me before, but sleep really is crucial for weight loss success. And again, we are not talking about one bad night's sleep. That's not going to derail you, but it's chronic sleep deprivation that can mess with your hormones. It can raise your stress hormones the next day. I know for me, immediately, I crave all the wrong things, all the sugary, calorie-laden, salty, sweet, carby things the next day if I haven't slept well. And of course, it makes you moody and grumpy and your emotions are not good. So if you can, do your best to get a solid night's sleep most nights of the week. Like I said, one night won't make a huge difference, but sleep really is important for weight loss, and you don't have to be on a diet for it. Tip number 4, and again, I've spoken about this in other videos. You will hear the same things over and over from me because the same things work. What works, works. But tip number 4 is to hack your hunger, meaning if you eat the wrong foods, like sugary foods and highly palatable foods, what you will find is that your blood sugar spikes, then it crashes, and you actually start to crave more of that junk food or more sugar, another sugar fix. I experienced this myself. You can hack your hunger by building your meals around protein, and I've hammered the protein thing home to you guys, but protein is so important. It really does balance your blood sugar. It keeps you feeling fuller for longer. You combine that with something fibrous, and you're going to hit the jackpot when it comes to your diet and your hunger. You will just find that your mood, your energy, everything stabilizes throughout the day. Brian Johnson goes on and on about this too. So protein and then fiber. You look at your plate and see, do I have enough protein and do I have non-starchy fibrous vegetables? And then you add in your carbs as well. And then your fat is just for mouthfeel, for satiety, and for your hormones. But your fats per meal is like about the size of your thumb. Now I'm speaking for ladies. For men, you'd obviously have a bit more. Your protein at every meal, something roughly the size and shape of your palm. You want to hit about 100 to 150 grams of protein a day, depending on your size, your height, and your weight. And add fiber with every meal, and your hunger will stabilize. You won't feel that ravenous hunger that you do when you're eating all the wrong foods. Tip number 5, and this one I really enjoy, stress less and laugh more. Now, this is a fun way to lose weight without dieting because, of course, did you know, you do know by now, that stress, chronic elevated stress, can make you pile on the weight. That is, if your cortisol is elevated for too long. Now, for most of us, a little bit of stress is good. So I'm not talking about the normal daily stress, But if you are stressed day in and day out, it does obviously trigger higher cortisol levels than normal, and you will start piling on extra weight around your belly. This may or may not be you, I don't know. But do your best to bring your stress levels down. Meditate, laugh, watch a sitcom, do something fun, speak to a friend, get outside, and just try and bring some positivity into your day. And I know, again, easier said than done for some of you. Some of you are in stressful situations, and for some of you, comfort eating may be a real thing. And I know when I'm going through times of crisis or stress, I want to comfort eat. But what I don't think about, and I'm trying to give you this advice now, is you need to step back from that situation in your mind and then try and do something that brings a feeling of joy, of laughter, of positivity, so that you can bring your stress levels down. Your waistline will thank you. Tip number 6, and this one is a biggie for me because I work in my house right near the fridge and freezer, so I'm right near the food. But tip number 6 is to stay busy so that you don't even have time to mindlessly eat or snack. I find when I'm editing videos especially, I want to sit with a snack nearby or something to drink or something to munch on. And that's because I do find editing difficult to do and maybe a bit boring. So try and keep busy throughout the day. Structure your day so that you have set times for your meals. You know what you're going to eat roughly in those set times, and then you do not eat at the other times of the day. And that will help you lose weight without even going on a specific diet. Tip number 7, and this is one I've banged on and on about in every video, is portion control. Portion control will allow you to still have your favorite foods and lose weight. I've used it successfully myself so often. I still eat pizza, I still eat cake. However, I try on most occasions to have my portions in the right sizes for me and for my activity level. So obviously, you don't want to eat pizza and cake every single day, but you can include those foods in your what I'm calling diet, as in what you eat every day. You're not going on a diet, but you can include those foods. Obviously, try and add in fiber and protein and healthy foods. But when you include these treat foods or junk foods, have them in the right size, just enough to satisfy you, and then get on with the rest of your life. Now, tip number 8 is to limit or reduce or cut out alcohol. Now, alcohol in and of itself will not make you gain weight, but alcohol leads one drink to another, and then you want to binge eat the next day because it crashes your electrolytes, you don't sleep so well, it doesn't do any of your hormones any good. And then you'll find that you have very little self-control around all the foods that you know you should be wary of and that you should only have small portions of. And so what I find is that because alcohol makes you lose your inhibitions, it will make you want to overeat, and then you won't really care about overeating, and then that can set you back. Now, of course, if you are binge drinking and drinking a lot, then you do need to be aware that the calories in the alcohol are quite high. It's 7 calories per gram of alcohol. Fat is 9 calories, carbs and protein is 4. So it is quite high in calories. Yes, alcohol does have a fairly high thermic effect, but don't let that fool you. Alcohol is not going to help you on your weight loss journey. And there you have it, my 8 tips to losing weight without going on a diet. Now, just adding 1 or 2 of these tips may not make a huge difference, but if you consider all 8 tips and you try and incorporate them into your lifestyle and make this about a lifestyle and how you want to approach your dieting, you will lose weight. I wish you all the best of luck, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video with more awesome weight loss tips, tricks, and help. Bye.